hello! It's Miss Gina. You're just in time for story time. You're at Gina's Planet. Hello, I'm Miss Gina. And if you're just tuning in with us, we read story time books. Today is Little Red Riding Hood. I thought we could read together and share Little Red Riding Hood. She's also in the mural on the wall. Isn't that something? So, we've got some books painted on the wall too. So I thought this would be a good place in the woods because this story, the setting, is also in the woods. She's trying to take her granny some snacks in a little basket in her little red hood. Yeah. And so, anyway, I think you'll enjoy this story today. It's by Charles Perrault. And it's retold by Jennifer Shand and illustrated by Andrea Doss. So, here we go. There's our title page, Little Red Riding Hood. There she is, and there's a wolf. What do you think that wolf's gonna do? There's an owl in that tree. Once upon a time, there was a young girl who lived in a village near the woods with her mother and father. Ever so often, they would travel to visit her grandmother on the other side of the woods. The young girl's grandmother always doted on her and gave her presents when she visited. The best present her grandmother gave her was a little red riding cape with a little red hood. She wore it everywhere she went, and soon enough, everyone was calling her Little Red Riding Hood. Yes. There's her grandmother. There's Little Red Riding Hood. It says, one day Little Red Riding Hood's mother called her and said, "Your grandmother is not feeling well. Why don't you go for a visit and take her some treats to brighten her day?" Isn't that thoughtful? "I would love to," replied Little Red Riding Hood. So Little Red Riding Hood set out on the path to her grandmother's house. She set on the path. There's a path that way. Maybe that's the grandmother's house. I'll follow it later and see. Oh, look, bye, Mom. She's telling her mom bye. She's waving. Bye, Mom. There's a little kitty cat. Meow. As Little Red Riding Hood entered the woods, a wolf approached her. Since she did not know that he would really like to eat her up, she was not afraid of him. So they started to talk. "Hello there, little girl," said the wolf. "Hello," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Where are you going all by yourself?" asked the wolf. "Oh, I'm headed to my grandmother's house. I'm going to take her some treats." "That is so very kind of you," said the wolf. "Pray tell, where does your grandmother live?" "She lives in the first cottage along the path, just beyond the river," Little Red Riding Hood told the wolf. "If it's beyond the river, I'm near the river Sure in Cahir and Tipperary, Ireland. So surely it's the river Sure. Maybe?" That's what she told the wolf, that it was just around beyond the river. Huh. He knows too much, maybe. My book is sticking. Pages. Oh, dear. Dear, dear, dear. "You know what your grandmother would love?" the wolf asked, as he was concocting a plan. "You should pick her some wildflowers to make a bouquet." "That's a splendid idea," replied Little Red Riding Hood. And so she began wandering through the woods looking for the prettiest flowers she could find. That was exactly what the wolf wanted. Now he could get a head start and arrive at Grandmother's house first. Uh-oh, what do you think he's planning to do? When the wolf arrived at Grandmother's house, he knocked on the door. "Who's there?" That's not what her grandmother sounded like at all. "Who's there?" Grandmother asked. "It's your granddaughter," the wolf replied in a high-pitched voice, trying to sound like Little Red Riding Hood. "I have some treats for you." "Oh, how nice," said Grandmother. "Pull the latch, my dear, and come on in." Uh-oh, she fell for it. I do not think that was Red Riding Hood. The pages are stuck together. Dear, dear, dear. I do not think they got separated very good when they were built. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Now, there we go. The wolf burst into the room, tried to grab Grandmother, but she was surprisingly quick on her feet and managed to get away. She immediately ran off to get help. "Oh, well," thought the wolf, "I can still wait for the little girl." He looked around for one of Grandmother's nightgowns as he concocted another plan. A short while later, Little Red Riding Hood came to the door. When he heard the knock, the wolf once again disguised his voice, this time to sound like Grandmother. "Who is it?" "It's me," Little Red Riding Hood replied. "Pull the latch and come in, dear child," the wolf said. Little Red Riding Hood noticed that it did not sound like her grandmother, but she thought perhaps her cold had changed her voice, so she went inside. She approached her grandmother's bed and noticed she did not look like herself either. Uh-oh. Who's that in her bed? Does that look like Grandmother? I think so. "Grandmother, what big arms you have. All the better to hug you with," the wolf replied. "Grandmother, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with. Grandmother, what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with. Grandmother, what big teeth you have. All the better to eat you with. Eat you up with." And with that, the wolf jumped out of the bed and chased after Little Red Riding Hood. Oh no, run, Little Red Riding Hood, run. See what happens next. What do you think's gonna happen? Oh, maybe. Let's see. Fortunately, just then, Grandmother returned with some help from a woodcutter who was working nearby in the forest. I heard a chainsaw. You think that could be the woodcutter? The three of them chased the wolf out of the house, into the woods, and all the way to the river. The wolf was running so fast that he fell right into that river. The wolf, they never saw him again, and they never saw him again. Nope, never. Washed away. All that's there now is just some ducks and some geese. True story. Oop. We're ripping our book. Our pages never got separated, I think, when they built this book. It's just going to have that rugged look. Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother thanked the woodcutter and offered to share their treats as they ate cake to celebrate. Little Red Riding Hood promised them that she would never talk to the wolf ever again. And that was the end. And if you meet a wolf on the trail, you be careful. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.